Hey everyone, Gator Mom here. I wanted to show you guys what I have packed up for my family of five's road trip that we are about to take for a weekend wedding adventure down south. We're going about 3 to 4 hours in the van, so it is going to be a road trip. We're not flying anywhere. So I wanted to show you everything that I had packed up and how I have everything organized. I posted a couple of pictures on my Instagram and some of the chat boards of me kind of preparing for this trip and packing, and a lot of you showed interest in wanting to see what I put in each bag. So I want to go ahead and show you that before I leave. I'm not going to unpack each individual bag just because it will take forever, but I wanted to briefly point out what I'm going to be using each for to hopefully give you guys some ideas of how the bags pack and how you could pack yours up for travel. So up here in the front I have 3 Jujube Starlet bags. These are Tokidoki prints, and I let each of my kids, aside from my youngest of course, who I got to pick his print, but the older 2 got to pick the prints that they wanted to use, and my son went with Bubble Trouble, which I actually love. I think that this print is adorable. I hadn't seen it in person before I started buying stuff for him in this particular print, but I really like it, and I had a little bit of trouble finding it since it is a little bit older of a Jujube Tokidoki print. It's a little bit harder to find, so I was happy to be able to find everything. And then my daughter went with the Perky Toki print over here, which is super sweet. And then I picked Siamo for my youngest because it is it probably is my favorite Tokidoki print as of right now. So I have each of their things packed up in their corresponding bag. All of their things coordinate. So my son has his bag and his mini bee and his fuel cell and his quick are all of the same print. So there's no questioning what belongs to what kid. It makes it really streamlined and really easy. So on top of the bags here, I have their seat belt pets or seat pets, or what are these things called? They are godsend. They are seat pets, and they attach to the back of seat belts. They just kind of unvelcro here, and the seat belt loops through here, and then they can snuggle with it and love on it, and it makes it a nice little rest for their head. So it's really nice for kids that are in regular seats or booster seats. They work really well, and they have these cute little pockets kind of throughout them that they like to pack their little treasures in. So we get these out only on road trip time so that they become kind of a new thing for them again whenever we go. And then on top of each of the bags here, I just have their blankets. I did not want to forget. These are their Aiden and I's Bamboo Dream blankets. Each one of my kids has one. They've had them for years and they are super loved and a staple in our house. They sleep with each of them and they are great for road trips. So they each have their corresponding blankets here. My son has a blue, my daughter has a pink, and then the baby over here has the gray one. So those are sitting here on top so I would not forget them. Then on to the actual packing of the starlets. I'll go ahead and give you guys a look inside of each of them, and I want to briefly touch on them because they are my absolute favorite to travel with as far as travel bags made by Jujube. I used to pack with Super Bees all the time, and these are just so much better in my opinion for traveling, for actual clothes packing. So I like that they are unstructured, they are easy to pack as far as when you're done with them, they store really easily in your closets. The drop length on these handles are amazing. They make it really comfortable to carry, and then if need be, you do have the big nice D-ring here on the side to attach an optional messenger strap. I also like the way that the bags open up here on the top in a big U shape. It makes it easy to get things in and out of and to pack and to see, as opposed to just one duffel bag type zipper that you really can't see in the whole entire bag when you're packing. So in here I have everything that he needs for the trip. I have a couple of nicer outfits, and then I have gym shorts and tops, things to just kind of lounge around the house in, and his little ring bearer outfit and bathing suit. I have his dress shoes tucked over here, and then I have a Jujube Be Quick in each one of these bags. And the reason I decided to pack one of these is to pack socks and underwear and small type essentials that might get lost inside a bag that doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of internal organization. I like to be able to kind of make my own organization. So I like to pack with the quicks or fuel cells. So these quicks work really, really nicely for these type of items, as far as, like I said, socks and underwear and things like that. So that is tucked here in the front for him. And then in the front of each one of the zippers, I have their toothpaste and toothbrush, so they know exactly where it is and easy to go and grab. Then they each get a mini bee, and this is a mini bee that they love to travel with. We've used them a ton in this house, but they are allowed one bag and one bag only to pack whatever it is that they cannot live without for X amount of days. I do not help them pack this bag. They pack it, and I don't care what's in it. So they have started to pack up theirs. They are actually probably going to fill these when they get home from school and realize that there's actual room left at the top. So I imagine my son will have some random Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles here on top. He is big time into Pokemon, so he has his Pokemon book and cards in here. My daughter has started to pack up her Perky Toki mini bee and just has things like her little Anna doll. I'm sure Elsa will find her way into the bag eventually. And then her starlet bag here in the front. I'll give you guys a peek inside here. This has all of her clothes, a couple of dresses, some shorts and pajamas, bathing suits, her shoes for the wedding. And then I have two little bags here. I have a bag for her hairbrush and eyeglass cleaner and hair ties. And then I also have a quick in there. And inside the quick, I have all of her panties and some of these big kid wipes. I have some of her tights and socks. So all of that kind of small essential type things get tucked right in the corner of the bag there. Then moving right along down here to the Siamo stuff for the baby, I have his mini bee packed up with a couple of things for him and some overflow for the big kids. I have some arts and craft type things back in there. I have this little travel Thomas the Train track set that he loves to play with, and then in the bottom just some cars and trains and things like that that he will like to play with. I have all of his snacks inside this fuel cell, and then inside his starlet bag, I'll give you a peek in here. These pack great for babies. I love how diapers stack really nicely on the side. I have wipes. I have an extra blanket in here, a little sun hat, all of his clothes and bathing suits and things like that. Inside his little quick here, I just have a bunch of small baby type essentials. I have an extra Be Neat in him for the trip. I have some hand and face wipes, some socks, some powder, my Posh little healer tin and some dust tins. So just a bunch of little essentials like that for him in there. And then his toothbrush is in this little pocket here in the front. Then I also have over here packed up a Super Bee in the Siamo print, and this I was actually thinking I might end up using at the beach, or I might use a backpack, I'm not sure, but this is just overflow bag of things that I might need in the car for entertaining and whatnot. I just have a bunch of hauls for me. I have a horrible cold. I have those in there. I have some little snacks for me, some Jolly Ranchers. I have these little dark chocolate blueberries. These are so good. And then I have my monkey mat tucked over here. I also have some bubbles down there on the side, some wipes. It's just a miscellaneous bag. My daughter is big time into puzzles, and she begged to bring this puzzle along, so I told her I would pack it. And then I also have another little road game that's awesome. This is just a regular small baking metal tin, and inside I like to use our little magnets that my daughter likes to play with, and my youngest. It fits really good on his little lap, and he can get all these little magnetic guys out and play with them on the board, and it makes it just really, really fun and easy for them. They don't slide around in the car, and my daughter can dress up Minnie and get little outfits and whatnot. So this is a great little road game that we have that I like to pack up for us. And that's pretty much everything that's inside this Super Bee. I do have their flip-flops back here for the beach. I have some extra wet ones up here in the front, and then my big swell bottle here. I have my daughter's little flower girl dress, getting ready to be hung up with my husband's suit. Back there in the corner, I have my Dancing Dahlias Be Prepared, which I just did a review on how I have that packed up. And then I have my 31 tote down there that will have beach toys and all of the sandy stuff. I have another one of those in the car packed with things like our travel potty and Tula and things like that. And then the other things I have back here in the back, I have this flip top bin made by 31, which is awesome for traveling. It snaps here on the top either way, so you can have a flat surface if you wanted to play a game or eat some food, or if you needed it for storage, you can attach it that way. And then down here, it actually snaps through a seatbelt strap so that it does not fly off of the seat when you're driving. So this is a great little bin. It is going to be housed between both of my older two kids in the back. And inside, they each have their fuel cells, again, in their corresponding prints to make it easy, and they each have a water bottle. So in there, they have the same exact snacks for each kid so that there's no arguing as to who ate what. So that's kind of how I have that packed up to avoid little fights in the car. And then back here in the back, the only other thing that I have packed up are things for myself and my husband. I have a First Mate Superstar back there with my clothes. I have the Commodore Be Right Back packed up as overflow things for me. I have things like my toiletries and my hair dryer, my flat iron, my makeup bag, things of that nature packed in the Be Right Back. And then I also have over here the Admiral Superstar. This has all of my husband's things in it, so I have that packed up for him. So my husband and I each have a Superstar, and then each one of the kids have their Starlet bags. And then I also have over here my Lily Jade Caroline bag with some extra towels there going. So this is pretty much everything we have. It's all going to fit nicely in my van. Everyone has their own print and knows where everything is. So I'm really excited for this trip, and I hope that you guys found this review helpful and maybe gave you some ideas as to how you can pack up your family for a road trip. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.